So why does cholesterol matter? It matters because it is a silent killer. Most people, trust me, do not even know that they have high cholesterol. There is no warning sign, there is no pain, there is no headaches, and that's what makes it very dangerous. So imagine you walking around like there's nothing wrong. WHO 2023 shows that over 39% of adults worldwide have high cholesterol, and most of them do not even know it. So you could be walking around feeling like everything is okay with your body, but your arteries are slowly closing up. And then one day, out of nowhere, a sudden heart attack, a life-changing stroke, and a moment that could have been prevented happens. And this is exactly what we do not want. My name is Dr. Izie. I'm a GP, I'm a lifestyle medicine physician, and one of my biggest passions is to help you understand what happens inside your body so that you can be powerful, you can take full charge of your health, and you can live your best life. So today, we're going to be talking about all things cholesterol. So if you want to understand what cholesterol is, why it matters, how you can manage it, and how you can stay on top of it so that you can live a healthy life. Please join me and let's dive in together. So what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is a natural waxy substance that your body actually needs. Most people hear the word cholesterol and they go, oh no, that's really bad news. But let's just all calm down. Here's the truth. Cholesterol is not your enemy. It's actually essential. In Psalm 139, verse 14, the Bible tells us that our bodies are fearfully and wonderfully made. And every cell in our body needs cholesterol to function. And it is not something to be afraid of. It is something to actually understand, and that's what I'm here to help you do. So your body naturally produces cholesterol because it is an important hormone and it has jobs to do. So it helps build cells, it helps your body to produce hormones like estrogen and testosterone. It also creates vitamin D, which supports your immune system. So you can see how important cholesterol is. So why is cholesterol so important, and why do we always keep talking about it, and why do we hear warnings about it? Because too much of it, or rather, too much of the wrong kind of cholesterol can cause very serious problems. So let's use this analogy. So imagine that your blood vessels are like highways, yeah? And cholesterol are like the cars. So they carry your nutrients, they carry your oxygen to every part of your body. So now cholesterol, like the cars, are on the highway. And there are two types of cholesterol. So there is the high density lipoprotein, which is your HDL, and we can also call it the cleanup crew. So they come and they clean up all the mess. And then there is the bad cholesterol, which is the low density lipoprotein, and it is also called the LDL, but also called like the traffic jam. So imagine that the cleanup crew comes and takes all the cholesterol away and takes it to the liver where it can be discarded. And then the bad cholesterol is like a traffic jam because it piles up on top of each other. When your body gets too much cholesterol, it starts to stick to the walls of your arteries, and this is where it becomes really serious. And over time, it creates plaques, and just like a highway getting blocked because there are too many cars on it, the road gets or blocked and clogged up, and cars can flow freely, like your blood vessels can flow freely. And in your vessels, blood flow is stopping, and this is where you can get strokes, this is where you can get heart attacks, and this is where the inevitable starts to happen. So we need to make sure that we have less of the LDL and more of the HDL. So what happens when cholesterol becomes too high in your blood? So let's imagine this for a moment, that a shepherd is watching over his sheep, and one wanders away. He sees that, the sheep has gone, and he's like, it's just one, it can go. I will deal with it later. And then another one strays away, and then another, until the whole flock is in danger. What could have been prevented the first time has now suddenly become a disaster. This is exactly what happens when our body's cholesterol becomes very high, when it goes unchecked, when we have one little plaque, another little plaque, and we do nothing about it until one day it becomes absolutely too late. So what does it mean when your plaque starts to build up? We also know that as a slow, silent danger. Cholesterol does not hurt, like we said before. It doesn't make you feel sick, it doesn't make you lie in bed, it quietly builds up. And like we said previously, it's like a glue sticking to the walls of your artery. And day by day, that passage continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller until blood struggles to get through. But you won't even feel it, and you won't even know it yet. What about heart attack? The moment that we never ever see coming. And then one day, that plaque that has been building up suddenly ruptures. Our body tries to heal it, tries to prevent it, but instead a clot forms. blood cannot get through, your heart is starving for oxygen, and suddenly we have a heart attack. And that's exactly what we do not want for ourselves. There is no warning, there is no second chance. What about our strokes? When we get strokes and our brain completely shuts down, that is exactly what happens to our brains when the cells begin to die within minutes because there is no blood flow. The part of us that controls our speech, our movement, our memories, gone just like that. Suddenly you can move, another minute you can't. Suddenly you can see your family members, another minute you can't even recognize them. What about poor circulation? These are things that we shouldn't ignore. One moment our heart is clogged, cholesterol clogs our artery, and we cannot even walk. Our vessels, we feel pain when we move. The wounds on our bodies do not heal. Our body is crying out for help. And most people, what? They don't listen. Just little things that they could have done, and they refuse to. So this is a wake-up call. This is a reality check. Because the scariest part is that most of the people who get heart attacks, they never saw any of the warning signs. 50% of them did not know they were going to get heart attacks. So what does that mean? That half of the people who end up in A&E, in your emergency room, thought they were fine until they weren't. And this is exactly why Jesus talks about the shepherd who goes after the one lost sheep. Why? Because ignoring the warning signs every day would not make it go away. It will only make the outcome worse. So if one sheep is lost, please chase after it. The body is the flock that God has given us to take care of. You are the shepherd, and if you don't pay attention to what's happening inside your body, you may not realize that the danger until it's too late. But here's the good news. We can reverse that. Cholesterol, like we said, is not a death sentence. Neither is it the enemy. You can take control. You can make changes today before it becomes too late and before the damage is done. So don't wait until you feel the symptoms. Don't wait until you get a stroke, because by then it might be too late. Get checked, know your numbers, and start making better choices now while you still have time. And I'll be here to guide you every step of the way. So thank you for watching. If you have found this information very helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you can get more information as I upload. And don't forget to comment down below so I can answer your questions and we can continue this journey together. Thank you.